Ligue Team of the Season is going to be starting this Friday, which is the 28th of May at 6 p.m. UK time, of course. And in this video, we're going to be doing some predictions. There are going to be the main possibilities of Mbappe definitely being in here. Is there going to be a Neymar as well? Those are the main two, but there's definitely going to be many others. And also, you need to pay attention to the others as well to keep your expectations realistic. You can't be expecting those in your player picks, in your guaranteed, all of that. So let's just take a look at who else maybe more realistically you can be seeing in your rewards. And then after Ligue, we are going to be having Ultimate Team of the Season, and after that, Team of the Season is going to be over Summer Heat Footies, wherever the next promo is that is going to be unfolding. So getting straight into his predictions, we are going to be starting off at the goalkeeper spot, of course, and I have given it to Keylor Navas. There are definitely very many other options, but EA Sports generally go for the highest rated card that would be in Ultimate Team. That is generally how they choose it, in my opinion, even though of course real life performances should matter. Maybe the Lille goalkeeper, I've heard lots of good things, also very various other goalkeepers as well, but Navas, I think the highest rated SBC fodder. EA Sports tend to go towards these, so I do think Keylor Navas is going to be making it in here. Then next up, we are going to be moving to the defenders. Now, there aren't really too many fullbacks, I don't think. I don't have any right backs or left backs in the predictions. We tried to find some, but couldn't really find anyone's out there related to Ultimate Team. Maybe I've missed a few, definitely probably have missed one or two, but I do think centre backs, it is possible to see mostly centre backs, maybe one fullback, but it's definitely possible. But anyways, Koscielny, he could be a good card. It is going to be French nationality, Ligue, and it's going to have some links, but to be honest, it isn't going to be the greatest of cards. The pace it really isn't there, but I remember back in the day, Arsenal starter teams, Koscielny was the go-to guy, but unfortunately now I don't really think his card is going to be too usable. Now, KIMPEMBE is going to be an amazing card. I do think it should at least be better than Koscielny for sure. It's going to be interesting to see. Either he's going to be getting maybe an SBC card or maybe even an objectives card. It would be interesting to see a defender. I don't really remember when we had a defender last time in objectives. I think it is quite rare. I remember Fofana was a huge one. French PSG, KIMPEMBE could be amazing. I'm slightly leaning more to objectives side, but I think even on the market, he can definitely have a pretty decent card, and there will be some demand for this card. Then next, we are going to be having FONTE. Now, this is a Lille, of course, a Lille player, and this is Portuguese. So I do believe we do have some Portuguese links with Liga NOS that brought some unique links with Portuguese. So I do think it is definitely possible if you have that Ronaldo. There is also going to be a nice strong link from actual Lille centre mid. I think you guys already know who I'm talking about. He has a FUT birthday card, which pretty much everyone has already. But FONTE, it could be a decent card. It's not going to be too hyped because of the pace, but 100% deserved for his real life performances. And Lille, if you didn't know, did go ahead and win Ligue 1, I believe only a few days ago. They won their game and PSG just couldn't catch up. PSG won their game as well, but it was already pretty much in Lille's hands. Now next up, we are going to be having Marquinhos. This is going to be, speaking of PSG, this is going to be a decent card. Some people are going to say SBC fodder, but there aren't actually too many options in Ligue 1 to actually choose for your defenders, for your centre back. So I think Brazilian, it can provide some unique links. Maybe if you did that Fred showdown trying to link it, Coutinho, loads of different cards, this can be a good option. With a shadow, it can actually be very good. You probably want to be upgrading the pace and probably the physical. Defending already, we have predicted him quite high, but I think that the defense overall, it is going to be decent, but it isn't really going to be anything too special. I think that other leagues probably definitely have had better defenses for sure. Now, next up, we are going to be moving into the midfield, and we're going to be starting off small, maybe one of the lowest rated cards in here. I do think Golovin is quite likely to be getting in. Good real-life performances, and EA always need sort of an 87, 88 rated card to make sure that he is going to be thrown into your rewards, into your player picks, and all of that. I do think Golovin does have a good chance of getting in here, but no discredit to him, of course, as a footballer in real life. Now, next up, we are going to be seeing Renato Sanchez. This is the card that some of us might be excited for, some of us might be absolutely terrified of. Now, there is also going to be the weak foot and skill move upgrade. There is a question of that, so I do think this is still going to be an amazing card, and no doubt a lot of people would use this if it does come out. It will be interesting to see Could this be a card that is going to be coming out into the team? I was going to say maybe SBC, but we did already see a FUT birthday card released as an SBC objectives. I think this would be too good to be true, but you never know. We did get Anthony today in objectives, and I was very surprised. That was a very, very good card. So taking a look now at the next card anyways, we are going to be having another Lille player. Now this is going to be André. Real life performances, again, sensational from what I have heard, but I think in FIFA it isn't going to be the greatest of cards. I believe he had an inform, which wasn't too bad, but this team in this season, I don't think it's going to be providing anything unique, unfortunately. I think other cards are definitely going to be outweighing him, but he does deserve to get in. He's going to be another 88 rated, 87 rated card that is going to be thrown in here. Now, next we are going to be seeing PAQUETA. This should be a decent card, actually, even though it's going to be on the lower side. I'm not going to be surprised if he's sitting at around 100k, maybe even below that, 150k possibly. I believe it depends on the defending that EA Sports are going to give him, but people absolutely love their 80 plus, their 90 plus cards. He probably could have a lot of in-game stats, so I think PAQUETA is not a bad shout. And again, so many different Brazilian cards. Again, with that Anthony, I'm tempted to go ahead and go full Brazilian if possible, if I get lucky enough, maybe get a few more Brazilians, and it's definitely possible. All of the SBCs and everything. Now, going on to the next one, this could be the highest rated midfielder card. Our could be absolutely sensational. I think this is going to be a very, very good center mid. If we do get a little bit more defending, maybe a weak foot skill move upgrade, this could be a really, really good card. And I could easily see this going for a few 100,000 coins on the market, maybe even more. Again, I think heavy reliance on that defending. If EA Sports want to give him 90 plus defending and physical, then this card is going to be something special. I really, really think so. We've given him a very high rating, and I think EA could actually stick to that, him being the highest midfielder, which is actually very hyped. Seeing as the defense wasn't too good, midfield can still provide some unique links, and also the attack, of course, the attack should just be sensational and only upwards from here. Now, moving to the attack, we are going to be starting off with Di Maria. Now, this card is an absolute FIFA classic. If you take a look at all of the cards he has had in the past, it just keeps on going back. I believe he has been in FIFA for so many years, and this is going to be an amazing card. Argentinian, so he should have some links, I do believe. It is going to be quite unique, and PSG, of course, it is very good. If they are going to be giving him maybe a weak foot or skill move upgrade, I think that could be quite good, but it is definitely an OG card. Even though he's not going to be going for the most expensive price, there is going to be that demand for the people that know how to use this Di Maria. They are definitely going to be very, very happy with it. Usually, I want to sort of compare him to a Mahrez. I think that is the sort of player in-game that he is. So it should be definitely quite a solid card. We have thrown him in here. Now, next we are going to be having Bamba, again from Lille. Definitely deserve it. There's going to be many different Lille cards in here, and I wouldn't be surprised if they do get around 4 or 5, which is definitely deserved because they have taken the Ligue 1 title from PSG, which was a very hard thing to do. No one's done that for a very long time. I do know this Inform Bamba and also Headliners. I have actually used him in the past, and he has had a very solid card. So I would actually personally love to use this card. It is so difficult. Everyone is just changing their teams every single week. But honestly, this would be a card that I would change my team again for. If I got Theo Hernandez somehow, if I can get him on player picks, I'm streaming them on Twitch, then I would definitely change to this. But I just need a couple more French players, I think is fair to say. But very appealing this card is for sure. If you've used his Headliners, you would know how good this card is. Now, next we are going to be having YEDDER. Look at that dynamic image that we have given him. This could be an extremely good card. Even though he has lost his touch a little bit, he's not as big of as a rat maybe as a past. Even though he is known to be the rat, I still think that he isn't as overpowered as meta necessarily as last year. Last year was completely ridiculous, but this is a potential card that we could get into the starting 15 team, but I wouldn't be surprised as well if there's a shout for him as a SBC, because an SBC YEDDER, EA could easily drain a lot of SBC fodder. And honestly, I think in game, even though he's going to be amazing, I don't think he's at that peak level that he was last year. I think that was his peak, and now the rest of the cards aren't really going to be able to hit that level. But I think that's good news, because last year the year before that as well, he was just way too overpowered. So luckily, this is going to be not as good as a card, but it's still going to be absolutely ridiculous. And I already know I'm going to get destroyed by this card multiple times every single weekend league. But moving on to the next one, we are going to be having DEPAY. This is a little bit more of a classic card. Quite a strange dynamic actually we have given him, looking it up at close, but I think this should be a nice card. Hopefully EA Sports give him a little bit more of a friendly dynamic, but Dutch, it can provide some unique links. We got Eredivisie Team of the Season today, we got Malen, we did get a few other cards as well. It was a little bit underwhelming, but I do think if you have possibly Bamba on that side, Theo Hernandez hopefully, and then you can connect him with Malen and have Anthony on the right side. It's definitely possible, and he can actually open up to quite a few different squads possibilities, hybrid squads, and I think he was very good. I believe I tried one of his cards and he was definitely quite overpowered, so very interesting card in my opinion. Now next up we are going to be seeing YILMAZ. Again, Lille absolutely dominant. He does deserve to get a higher rated card. Maybe this could be sort of a card similar to Suarez, a Benzema, Harry Kane, those sort of team of the season cards that we have already seen. Lukaku, those sort of vibes. You guys know what I am talking about. I think YILMAZ could definitely be one of those. If you link him up with Bamba, Renato Sanchez, very strong links, I think that this is going to be a decent little card in FIFA, but I'm really hoping EA are going to upgrade him nicely. He does definitely deserve it. We saw some crazy upgrades today. Fellaini, I believe something like 40+ pace, so EA have shown that they can do it, so please EA Sports, make sure you do it again with this YILMAZ to make him maybe a usable card in FIFA and get away all of those people trying to say that he's SBC fodder. Now, next up, we are going to be seeing, undeniably, the most hyped cards in Ligue Team of the Season. These are the ones that everyone is trying to go for. When they say you're going to be doing a Ligue player picks, they mean they're going to be trying to go for this Mbappe and also for the card that is up next. You already know who his partner in crime is, but Mbappe, I think, is pretty much 100% going to be getting in here. He did have some very good performances for PSG. On the games that I did watch Champions League as well, he was very good, even though it is Ligue 1 Team of the Season. I think that his performances in his domestic league as well must have been good, and this FIFA card I don't even want to talk about. It's going to be absolutely broken, going for millions and millions of coins. I don't want to do a price prediction either, but just take a look at that Cristiano Ronaldo. Now, next up, I believe the last card in here is going to be Neymar Jr. Now, this is a little bit of a controversial one. I think the dynamic image is a little bit controversial as well. I told the designer, I said that hairstyle, I'm not sure when he had that, but I think that is quite a strange one. And the angle as well. The angles on some of these dynamics with DEPAY as well. But anyways, we all know this is going to be an absolutely incredible card if he manages to get in here. But the odds of him actually getting in here, I've heard, are not too high, because some people saying that in Ligue 1, in his domestic league, hasn't been playing amazing. He hasn't been consistent enough maybe to get into Team of the Season. However, we all know how EA Sports are, and if they want to sell packs, I think they must include Neymar in here. We saw, I believe it was with Serie A actually, over the weekend, there were some packs that weren't exactly being sold, some lightning rounds. That is not a good look. I think if EA Sports want to level it up, especially for Ultimate Team of the Season as well, I think this Neymar is likely to get in here. I do think it is going to be happening probably, despite what some people might say, Ligue 1 supporters who have watched him and said he might have not been too consistent. But if you also take a look at here, this is sort of a Team of the Season by SofaScore. I do think this is quite reliable. They are similar to OneFootball and many other apps. So they have gone for a different goalkeeper. I do think that he has a chance as well of being in here. If it was sort of more Team of the Seasons, he could possibly be on the bench. We have Marquinhos, Fonte, Koscielny. We all went through them. Belaya, in FIFA terms, he did already get an SBC, so I think that isn't really possible for him to get a FIFA card. Di Maria will be included in here. I'm not too sure, to be honest, who that centre mid next to Belaya is, but maybe he could be getting in here. Golovin we did have, DEPAY, Mbappe we did have, and a lot. Maybe he could be some sort of objectives like we did see. He can be the secondary objective that does come out, hopefully alongside another insane card. But let me know down in the comments below what you guys think. Did I miss anyone out? I think I definitely did. And if you do watch Ligue 1, let me know what you thought about Neymar, and also who are some fullbacks that could possibly be getting in here, because I haven't even seen too many. We can see here as well, 3 at the back, all just centre back. So does the Ligue have any fullbacks? Let me know down in the comments below. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will guys see you guys in the next one.